Hello ladies, Sarah here, and I'm live today on this beautiful Sunday to kind of want to get real about something with you all. And if you look in the Facebook group cover page, there's a medallion there with a powerful message that says your body's not broken. And I want to talk about that because this is the biggest foundational piece that no one is looking at in the infertility conversation. And I want to help you see that there is a, generally speaking, I don't know your story personally, although I hope to, and I really hope some of you get more brave and start sharing. But it almost doesn't matter where along the infertility journey you are. What I see in this community to be almost 99% of the time underlying feeling of brokenness, a feeling of being betrayed by your body, a feeling of disease. And I really want to stand up for your magnificence and your body's incredible healing, innate healing capacities in this video, and help to hopefully inspire you to see something profound. When a woman goes to her doctor and tells their doctor that she's been trying to get pregnant for 370 days, any period longer than 1 year, her file gets stamped with a stamp of infertility, and she is now considered to have the infertility disease. It's really incredible that there could be such a disease, so profoundly misunderstood, but a blanket statement covering all women with infertility as diseased. This infuriates me. So many ways this infuriates me. What this does to women's mindsets when they get labeled with a disease, and what this does to everyone who gets labeled with a disease, in fact, it sets them back in a backseat position as far as their internal health gauge goes. What do I mean by internal health gauge? So we have the innate capacity to self-heal. We have mechanisms in our bodies that are unexplainable thus far. When you go to sleep, cells regenerate, magic happens, and science is doing their best to describe and understand, but all the time people defy science and medicine and recover from debilitating disease, from car accidents where they were told they would never walk again, from cancer where they were told they were going to die in 3 months. This happens all the time. Now, why? Why? And if that's true, why would anybody believe anything that a doctor told them about their disease or about their state of health? That's me, but I'm ready to take control of my body. I've stopped seeing my doctor and learning to regain trust in myself. Just, yeah, fuck yes! That is what this group is about. So when we believe what our doctors tell us about our health, we're turning our own innate knowing and wisdom off. We stop thinking about what's best for us and just put the doctor in the driver's seat. And this is when the cascade of hell starts for women, because, well, first of all, you're not actually getting asked the questions that you should be asked in your doctor's appointment. Oftentimes you see your specialist for a short period of time and they prescribe something that worked for other people, and may or may not be even a correct diagnosis. Now, some women are diagnosed with certain symptoms, like PCOS or endometriosis, and that stuff is discoverable by science, and in some cases treatable, and in most cases not, because there's something underlying, something much deeper, a conversation that you're not having with yourself about your own innate health, about your capacity to overcome hardship, and your commitment to the vision of your pregnancy coming to fruition. See, all of that conversation right there, that's all missing. And so when you get the bad news of being infertile from your doctor, you're knocked back in the back seat and you're out of control. And that's a good place for the doctors for you to be, because then they can start driving. And I know many doctors and I know many nurses, and I know the conversation in healthcare is all about making good clients out of their patients. And a good client is not asking questions and making second guesses and questioning a doctor's authority. What happens when you're a good client and when you're a good patient and you go to your doctor's appointment with an intention to please them and make them like you? Well, you're not going to get healthy. You're going to get a happy doctor, but you're not taking control of your health because you're not owning it. And this conversation makes me so sad, because especially for women with infertility who are already feeling incredibly emotional. I'm emotional, just even talking about it. The treatment of them as broken, in need of fixing, in need of treatments to become well and whole, that's an insidious poison that goes straight into your heart, into your soul. And I'm telling you guys, you don't have to fucking believe that. Now, in this group, it's my intention for us to have a safe space to believe in ourselves, to believe in the magic of the human body, to move our awareness right now, which is focused on this is broken, or uterus broken, or ovaries broken, or it's like tissue where it shouldn't be, broken, something wrong. Like, we're focusing on that. It's like a door closed when the doctor told you that you had a disease, and all you can see is the closed door. What do you think your outcomes are going to be if that's all you can see? More of that. Now, if you choose to just open that door back up, which you have a choice to do, and you say, I am not diseased. Infertility is happening in my body at this moment, but it's not fixed and static. In fact, with the power of our minds, we can reverse cancer. We can reverse some of the worst diagnoses on the planet. People do it all the time. There's 1,000 documentaries about incredible healing miracles that happen. And this stuff happens with the power of people's minds, whether that's through manifestation, visualization, prayer, whatever method you use to control your thoughts. So I have a program that I have built where we tackle this issue, and we add on top of all, like, so none of this, let me back up. This mindset piece, this piece of getting really clear about what your body can do and what you want, what you're actually striving for, and making sure that your mindset and your commitments and everything inside of you is aligning with that outcome that you want of getting pregnant. That's a hard job, especially when everybody around you is telling you, look at this over here, look at how you're not functioning properly, pathologizing all of the things that are not working in your body. Look at that. And that puts you in this mindset of, man, I need to get a bunch of new tests done, and I need to fix this and that before I'm ready, and then all this has to happen. And then you're committed to not getting pregnant, believe it or not, at that point when you're like on that line. So my program, we help you change your mindset on a cellular level so that you can start believing you're healthy and whole, which is the first step for any of the procedures that you're about to do, any of the modalities you want to try. For any of that to work, this needs to be in place. This is why the success rates of IVF, or these like proven medical systems, are shit. They're like 50%. Now, I'm throwing out a generalization. Some of them are a little higher than that. Some of them are lower than that. But that's because there's not this internal conversation, this deep, slow conversation that women need to have with themselves, getting right with themselves. This needs to happen before anything else will work. And so I have built a program that we do that. And not only do we do that, we prepare a woman's body to be a fertile vessel from the inside out. And when you align inside of the deepest conversations you're having with yourself, then your health just follows suit. Your body's ready to be healthy. Your body is ready to stop being unhealthy. But right now, your body's not feeling in alignment with your thoughts, and so there's a disconnect there that's causing the disease. It's very, very simple. It's really simple and powerful shift to make that affects your entire life. And so when you do shift, you see not only is your body a fertile vessel to carry this baby to term, it's not going to reject as many women experience with this forced pregnancy, this like forcing your body to get pregnant before your internal landscape's really ready to receive that child. Often that ends in miscarriage and is one of the most heartbreaking things a woman experiences in her life, on top of the trauma of the interventions. Like, it's an energetic and neurological shit show. So with this program, I not only help you build yourself from the inside out and from the ground up as a fertile vessel, knowing fully with every cell in your being that you are ready and you're receptive for life, but you're setting yourself up for a pregnancy that's joyful because you're not stressed out and toxified by all these medical interventions that are just making you sicker. You're set up for a birth that's going to be like, you have taken care of all of these deep, like, I'm not worthy mindsets. How do you think that stuff shows up in birth? It's right in your face. I've seen it as a doula enough times to know that my care just kept backing up. I just kept having to see women sooner and sooner in their pregnancy, earlier and earlier, because these kinds of mindset things come up in birth in a big way, and they can be the thing that sabotages their natural birth experience. Because when you fight against yourself at any point in your pregnancy journey, it's very obvious. Your body doesn't lie. So you set yourself up through this program for pregnancy that is blissful. Your birth, you're actually like setting up for birth confidently, entering that scary experience, feeling confident, peaceful. Your relationship with your partner is nourished along the way because you're owning yourself and you're owning your power, and you're coming into your own in a way maybe you never ever have before through this process and through this journey. Like, there's something your body is teaching you about yourself here. Fertility is not a disease, it's a fucking gift. So infertility could be transformed in your mindset as a gift for you to step into yourself fully and really own your outcomes. And then guess what happens in your relationship? Guess what happens to your pregnancy? Guess what kind of mother you are stepping into when you walk the line that way. So that's the journey I foresee for women through my program that, God, sets them up for life. The opposite of what is possible in a medical model where you force your body to become pregnant through drugs and interventions, through stressful appointments and financial ruin, into a pregnancy that you're afraid that you're going to lose it the whole time. And then when you you meet yourself finally at birth, it's scary and traumatic. And how's the relationship and the foundation of your partnership heading into parenthood? Like, the whole thing's a goddamn nightmare. So this conversation about your body not being broken is really, really important to have. And what is your program involved? I would love to go into that a little bit later with you. Maybe you and I can, anybody who's watching this actually, PM me if this sounds like something that is right for you. Let's have a conversation and see if it is. I have a deep care here that I'm putting myself out in a way that's really, it's kind of scary at times, because my ideas about women's health are not mirrored in the paradigm that we're in our healthcare system, in our culture. And if you've been feeling this stirring inside of you, this like, that's a no. All of that, no, that's a no. Where is the yes? And you're resonating with this, then we should have a conversation. And I'm really glad that you're all here, because I have so much confidence in you. You can do this. Your body is not broken. You can do this. And I would just be so honored to be part of that. I cannot tell you the feeling that I get when I get a card or letter in the mail from a woman who's conceived, or from someone after a birth experience together that was so powerful it changed their lives. This is what I live for. This is my ultimate care in life. I've been working toward this offer for 10 plus years, and I just feel so much gratitude to be able to show up and serve you all in this way. So PM me, let's talk. All right, love you guys. Glad you're here.